we are going to have a webinar on product design. So we'll go through how this program is made and how it's going to help you. So we'll start off with it. So firstly, we'll start with the introduction. Like, what exactly is product design? Product design is something to create a new product. Actually, it is related to generating new ideas or an effective design where you can actually solve problems by creating new products. So it's a process of identifying a market opportunity, clearing out all the problems, developing a proper solution which actually minimizes the time, or whatever the issue is, whatever the problem is. You validate the solution with the real users, you actually get their approval, and once that thing is finalized, your product goes into production, and if it's worthy, it will be mass produced. As whatever you are making in this particular industry, it can be your personal thing, but what happens in an industry, you are not making something for your own, you're always thinking about the customer, the rest of the world, how this will affect or make someone's life easier. You start product design on that basis. You are not designing for your own, you are always designing for someone else. So as I have told you, the product designer is in charge of the entire process of creating products and usable experiences. It doesn't matter whether you are creating a tangible product, it even can be an intangible process where your idea or the product is already available in the market, but your idea changed its entire perspective. So that's a job of a product designer. So what you do is you create day-to-day life objects, be it a needle, be it a any cutlery, any clock, computer, a chair, any type of furniture, or even a car. If you have that kind of knowledge, because car is also a product made of small components where at the end it becomes a car. So we have a different thing on that. Now what you need is, you need is the design skills and the technical knowledge to actually improve the existing product, as I've already mentioned, where the product can be existing one, or you can actually generate a new one which will differentiate the existing product from your product. So now current trends are also moving uh, in product design that you should know about. So what the industry is trying to do is to make sustainable product design, like less use of plastic, which can be actually you can generate something new out of a new material which can be self-healing, doesn't take too much time to actually go away from earth. A portable product design which you can carry around like a mobile phone. Now the new technologies are coming in where it's more handy. Design something which is multifunctional, like rather than carrying 10 objects, if you have a single object which can actually do a job of 10 products or have 10 functions. The trends are moving towards that. As I've already mentioned, designing for plastic alternatives, new use of such materials. Now the product industry is totally related to where you can actually provide your customer a experience. So the more experience is related to the hospitality services where you can actually provide them a self-care or convenience. Now new, as the product design is going at a fast pace, new manufacturing processes are coming in where you can actually shorten the time process by 3D printing in any material, be it plastic, be it metal, any kind of thing. Now product design for the Internet of Things, like what does it mean is, uh, now now the things are, internet is playing a huge role in product design, as whatever thing is available all over the world, you can actually see and visualize on the internet, because it's helping all the designers to actually create something new. Whatever is your idea, there is a term called serendipity, where what happens is, when you are thinking of an idea, serendipity is a thing where a similar idea in all over the world will be actually there, or someone else is also thinking about it. So when it becomes the Internet of Things, you can actually visualize, okay, I want to make something new out of it. My idea, what I was thinking before, actually exists. So I want to create something on top of it or create something new. So this is the best and effective easy way to explain ideas, where you can actually generate new concepts, be it a normal needle. So how you can actually create something new out of it. So it becomes a state of the art technique where you not only keep your ideas in your mind, but you actually visualize the learning and explain it, like you present it in a such a manner where a normal guy who doesn't actually have that much of a design knowledge can actually understand what you're trying to present. So this process not actually helps a designer, but everyone to help propose their idea or design. So as the product design industry is pacing, there are a few softwares and hardwares which are actually running along with it. So few softwares which are actually helping is like rather than having a pencil and a paper, we can actually start and create your ideas. Some softwares are playing that similar role, where you can use those software to actually sketch better and to visualize better. And then the hardware they are providing is again to reduce the use of the pencil and paper. You will have tablets and such where you can actually have the same feel of a pen and paper. So rather than making it physically, you are doing everything digitally. So this is the entire process how the things work. Firstly, you empathize. As I have already mentioned, you are not generating or creating something for your own. You are creating some for someone else. You empathize. You are actually learning. You conduct researches, and out of that understanding, you build a target user where you actually relate to. Then you define the point where you want to create something, like say for a disabled person you want to create a wheelchair. So you empathized, you have defined. Now you are going to ideate. So a normal wheelchair is there. Now you are ideating new ideas. Then after that you will be selecting one out of many, and then you will making a prototype. Now after a prototype is done, you will test it for the users. Some you will get the exact data, like this is good, this is bad. Then at the end when you are testing, once you have the feedback, if your product is far up to till this point, then you can actually move on to production. This is how the industry works. Now coming to the job level structure, there are few levels of jobs where you actually start. For an entry level, when you start off your career, you'll either be a product designer, you'll have that title. When you're working for a OEM, a junior designer title is possible. Like mostly when you start, because for OEMs they are actually more into making a mass production type of thing. But for studios, when you are working, you'll be a product designer, but you'll be working on more than one project at a time. So when you'll start, you'll be a product designer, and later on you become a junior designer as an entry level job. Then you will later on you'll have more experience. Then you move on to senior designer and team leaders. So for senior designer, the term is simple. Like you have gained the experience, so you can actually create something regardless of anyone's help. But for team leader, you'll have a certain people, a junior or a senior in your team, and you will be handling them. Then for top management, once you have that level of experience to become a team leader, for sure. And then there is again a possibility. Then you move on to project management. So you will be the one deciding this should be our project. Then later on, the team leaders and rest of the junior and senior designers will follow your guidelines, like how the research is conducted and how the finalized product will be formed. So these are the levels of job structure which will be there. Now coming to the technical overview for the course. So this course will have two extensive levels, which will be further divided into modules. So you actually cover more depending on your level. So the two levels are the product design basic level and the advanced level. So the timeline for those differ by 2 months. Obviously, as it differs, So in basic, you will learn the basic fundamentals, and for the advanced, you'll actually learn more, which will also include the basic one. So in this particular program, like both the programs, you will be learning like how to understand the various approaches, process, and system to address human needs by creating tangible objects. Like we are not more focusing on the intangible services now, but once you have a hang of it, once you know how these curves work, you can actually move on and start a different career in which the intangible services are actually required. So now coming to the basic and advanced level. So the basic level will provide you the basic foundations, like the points you actually have to learn and present your thoughts, the basic fundamentals of sketching, the perspective, how it's formed, how a product actually starts, as I've already explained. You start with a user, target user, then you later on up to production. Everything will be explained in this. Um, Now, coming to the advanced level, you will obviously have more to learn, which will having all the basic foundations, which will be there in the basic level program. And then moving to the advanced, you'll have something more as you will be able to make your products. Like once you have created a product and you are happy with it, you can actually visualize. Once you are able to visualize, you will be prototyping it. So whatever you will be making, you will have an actual prototype of it, be it in thermocol, be it in from any in 3D printing or something like that. I'll be there to help you. So like whatever the thing is there in those 2 months or 4 months time, whatever level you choose, you can go. You will have the entire project process of how the design industry, product design industry works. So I'll be telling you like about my approach. Like it's a great approach to learn as it bridges the gap between all the processes, and it actually provided me a solution and gave me a new vision to look at things differently. As when you don't think from a designer's mind, a normal pencil is just a pencil for you, or a paper is just a paper. But when you become a designer and your mind is actually running no, on a higher pace than a regular person, so it becomes like it's a canvas and you are taking that pencil and you are putting on your ideas. So it doesn't take that much time to actually process so many ideas, so many concepts. But for a normal one, if you'll sit and you will be like sitting for a 1 hour and you won't have that many ideas. So it's actually going to help you in every single field. Even if you have an engineering background or any background and you have a knowledge of 3D, but you can't visualize without the software. So this is the thing you actually go for to create new products and to even solve those 3D problems. So it will help you to learn new experiences and you will obviously learn from it. While like you will be working in an industry to create new products and to solve those problems, you will be becoming a better person. How actually is you will be connecting with your user to actually get that qualitative feedback. You will be understanding their problems. It's not only like, okay, I want to make this product, I'll make it, whomsoever wants to buy will buy it. This industry doesn't work like this. You actually have a certain set of target users. As I've given the example of a disabled person who requires wheelchairs, for that particular person you can actually connect more because you can understand their problems, what they are facing. It's their daily life. We actually have those limbs we can actually use, but we don't care. But for them, we actually have to understand the feelings they are facing, the challenges they are facing on a daily basis. So that way you even become a better person. You understand the feelings, the emotion behind it. And obviously like few challenges will be there, be it in production, be it in material, but that's becomes your part of a job where you can actually solve something. And regardless of any material or any process which isn't available, how you can have something. Like again, as an example, if you don't have a pen stand, you can just cut a bottle and you have your pen stand ready. So this kind of design approach or creative approach you are going to develop, and you should actually have, you should start thinking in that terms. So coming to the career part, as I've already explained the job level structure. So once you enter, it's actually a exceptional career choice. You'll be making an amazing career. like even once you have a knowledge of a particular, like the entire process for a product designer, you can actually opt something else which is related to design. It doesn't always mean like in the first attempt you are going to land on the right spot, but yes, once you know the design, once you know how the entire process works, you can actually land up, and it's a very good career. And even for the employment for such has grown and continuously growing even in India. I'm not talking about the abroad. There is huge demand for it as outside India also, but for even for India, the product designer demand is increasing so rapidly. uh, those the employment is never an option. Like you will be unemployed, but the thing is the demand is so high as everybody nowadays wants to have something. Like even if they want to create a normal like let's say again a pencil, they will be asking a product designer to make something new out of it, be it the shape will be like a normal pencil, but again like what new pattern or what new graphic or what new something you can actually propose. So the demand for these designers are always in high. So if you opt it, it's actually a exceptional career where you can actually learn and you can make something for others as well as for yourself.